everything was sailing just a little bit too smoothly, wasn't it, for Chelsea Football Club? As today's news, it's a bit of a big one, bit of one that I can't quite remember the last time. Maybe Mutu was the last time someone failed a test. Today's news is that Mykhailo Mudryk has allegedly, according to reports, tested positive in a doping test. What that means, we're yet to find out. There's speculation galore over Twitter, over X, over the internet, wherever you look for your news. It's all coming out. And as you can see, I've only just woken up. So we're waking up to the news thick and fast. And it is multiple outlets now. I say outlets, it's the usual suspects. I don't say that in a negative way, but it's the usual people reporting this sort of thing. It says that in a sample A, we'll get into this now. In sample A, a banned substance was found. The test was taken in the end of October. The B sample is also expected to be opened in the coming days. So what that might mean is that, you know, a statement or a formal statement, both from the player and the team, or even the Ukraine international side, are likely not to comment on it. Or if they do, it's going to be very sort of cryptic or elusive, or not really addressing it completely because of maybe legal implications and so on and so forth. But until a B sample is opened and the answer, whether that's negative or positive, I'm assuming no further allegations can be put towards it, because we're obviously waiting for that B sample. Something that I noted on some of the pages that people are doing some deep diving is that where it says that the test was taken at the end of October, it is worth noting, and this isn't just being like, well, it's not our fault. The test being taken at the end of October would imply that, if I'm not mistaken, and other people aren't mistaken, that international football or the international break did occur during this period. Whether that makes any slight bit of difference, I have no idea. It's just, we're going to have to wait and see. Other sources, according to sources rather, Mudryk has tested positive in a doping test in the sample A, a banned substance, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing. There's really very limited information at the moment regarding the situation, but it begs the question. It really does beg the question that it's we all kind of, and this is becoming more speculation, and it's not I'm not speculating, but it is using logic here. Is that Mudryk has been under a lot of pressure lately, has he not? To perform, to live up to the expectations that have been thrust upon him, both with the transfer fee, with the talents that he showcased at Shakhtar Donetsk, at Ukraine, or in Ukraine, or for Ukraine. There's a lot of pressure on this player, as he just hasn't delivered to what, not so much, well, Chelsea fans and Chelsea, accounts and all that sort of thing, that the pressure's been put on him, and it's just maybe gone a bit too south for him at this point, where he's potentially, again, this is speculation that I'm trying to justify. Maybe he was trying to improve in places and hope for the best that he doesn't get caught. Do I think that he's stupid enough? Do I think that his representatives are stupid enough that they would allegedly put him in even more danger or even more scrutiny in the public eye? A player that is constantly being criticised and ridiculed. I'm not innocent when it comes to saying my opinions on Mykhailo Mudryk and what I think of him so far at his time. He's been better lately, but then, you know, does that kind of overshadow his recent performances in the Conference League when we've seen him? He last played against Heidenheim. If we quickly look up Mudryk, he last played against Heidenheim. He did appear on the bench, though, I think, against Aston Villa, but he played 90 minutes against Heidenheim, got a goal, had an 8-point, you know, according to Football. It's a really good performance. Arguably, you know, one of his highest performances. He got another one against FC Noah. He featured briefly against Arsenal. He played against Georgia and Albania for Ukraine. But as we know, he obviously hasn't played a heap of time for Chelsea this season, and obviously that's obviously not down to the fact that he's been doing this allegedly, but it begs the question that for Chelsea, at least, these really good performances recently, you know, he did well against Noah, he played well against Heidenheim. These games have come after the fact, whereas before all of this, just wasn't so much of a good time for him. Now, these aren't like the pressing matters to worry about. Has he only started being good because of this, or does it shine a light that maybe it's not looking good for him because he's suddenly playing very well, and it's now come out that he's failed the first test. It does say that Chelsea and Ukrainian national team player Mykhailo Mudryk has reportedly tested positive for a banned substance, according to multiple sources from Ukrainian media. The A sample from a test conducted at the end of October confirmed the presence of the substance, with the B sample analysis expected soon. If the B sample also tests positive, Mudryk could face a significant suspension. This development has sparked widespread discussion about the potential impact on both Mudryk's career trajectory and Chelsea's team dynamic, which he doesn't really play that much anyway. While the B samples result is pending, the football community is abuzz with speculation about concern over the implications of the doping scandal. And I'll leave you with this. Is that certain people on CFC Daily? He's had his say, and he did say that a factor or a reason to wait for the facts and the statement of confirmation or denial is because we don't know when it occurred. The report was from October, and that included the international duty. That is why I said what I said about it being during the international period. Another factor that he mentioned was for a team to be directly punished. This is regarding Chelsea's now. For a team to be directly punished, 2 or more players have to fail the test. So if this comes out that this is anything to do with Chelsea Football Club, unless there's another player, it won't have any significant impact on the club. I can't, for the life of me, imagine why that Chelsea, as a team, as a business, would put that sort of pressure and negative light on the club, knowing full well doping tests take place after games very randomly or on, ahead of time. They'll know not to do this sort of fucking stupid activity. And that's not implying that Ukraine would do that as well. It might be an isolated incident. It might be, similar to like UFC things where people have had tainted supplements and all that sort of thing. But only time will tell. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It's obviously an ever evolving sort of story, and more news will be coming out regarding that. I'll hopefully bring that to you when I can. If not, it's obviously available on Twitter at the click of a button. So keep an eye out for it, because it's obviously huge news. Chelsea in a very, very good way at the moment. But it isn't without its negative story. With that said, again, let me know your thoughts and comments in the comments down below. My name is Harry. Up the Chels, and peace.